It looks like that Mama and Nod are still not talking to each other.
Sorry and wait, dude and dudettes. Now let's watch it. I'm guessing they're still mad at each other, huh?
They sure will, Tank.
I think it's time to finally get to the bottom of this. Shelly girl? Nah, dude? Come on. Excuse me, girls. Ugh. Now, I know we've talked about this before in the past, about how you two are having some problems, and you have problems seeing eye to eye. But this time, I think things have gotten a bit worse. So, consider this as our next therapy session, but this time it's here instead of in the bathroom. Now, Shelly girl, I know you're mad at Nod because he broke up with you. But the question is, do you know why he broke up with you? Calm down, Nod, dude. We don't need to get into that kind of language. There are children present. It's alright, dude. Now, obviously we know that she won't figure it out on her own. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell her straight out. Shelby girl, the reason why Nod broke up with you is because he's mad at you. Mad at you because of how you treat Sophie whenever you're around him.
But it's all right again, Tank. Ever since they broke up, she hasn't been ignoring me whenever she's around him.
True, Sophie girl. What I want to know is why. Why is it that whenever Nod is around you, you would basically ignore everybody else? Settle down, please. I'm going to try out a different method. In order to solve this problem, we're going to have to go to the beginning. That's right, Heather girl. The beginning. Shelly girl, you must explain your backstory.
Do you really think that's going to help?
Well, I don't know for sure, but we're sure gonna try. So go ahead, Shelly girl. Tell us in your own words about your past.
Excuse me, Mama. Before you start, we're gonna need a translator in case there are those who can't understand you. I know that Tank usually translates for you, but Tank, may I translate for her this time, please?
Well, of course, Sophie girl. Be my guest.
Thank you very much. This is how it started. I was just a little clam just chilling in the ocean with all of my clam friends. And then suddenly, a big net came and snatched us up. And then, before we knew it, we were put in a big tank. And we weren't just in a tank, we were also in a restaurant, because there were a bunch of humans sitting at a table eating food. But not just any food. They were eating seafood.
Ew, I don't like those kind of places. Ooh.
And we were all so scared that we clammed up. And then a few days later, I had the courage to open. But I realized that there were no other clams with me in the tank. They all got taken and eaten. And soon I saw a waiter was coming to the tank, and I knew that I was next. As soon as he grabbed me, I did the only thing I could do. I clamped on his nose. And he was panicking so hard, and he snatched me off and threw me out the window. As soon as I realized I was outside, I just started running. running far away from that restaurant.
Makes me even more thankful that we're living with humans who don't like to eat seafood. Ooh.
As soon as I realized that I was far away from that restaurant, I decided to have a rest and catch my breath. But then suddenly, I was taken by another group of humans, and they put me in a different tank. But this tank wasn't used in a restaurant. Now this is the kind of tank where people will come so they can look at me and admire my beauty.
Hey, I remember that you told me that you and Sophie girl came from SeaWorld. So is that how you got there, Sophie girl?
Oh, sorry. That's right, Tank. I just love being there, being admired by those people, and noticing how beautiful and glamourful I was. But then after being there for I don't know how long, I started becoming really lonely because I was the only one in that tank. There was nobody else with me. And then one day, one of the employees at SeaWorld took me out of that tank because they had to get that one cleaned. So they put me in a different tank. But I wasn't alone in that one. I was with a baby leopard seal.
Oh, is that how you and Sophie girl met? Interesting.
I was wondering how that baby leopard seal got in that tank in the first place. And then I heard a couple employees talking about it, and are you okay? I don't want to translate this part. It's too sad.
Oh, it's okay, Sophie girl. None of us are going to make you talk about it if you don't want to. So we'll just go ahead and skip that part.
I really don't want to talk about it at all. I really don't. But I must. So I can help Mama and Nod not be mad at each other anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I think I'll be okay. Here goes. This is how I ended up in that tank at SeaWorld. I was swimming in the ocean with my, real mama and real papa. It was just another day of us swimming around and having fun with each other. And then we got tired, so we found a nice rock up on the surface to sleep on. But while we were asleep, I heard them scream like they got hurt. And they did. They got
Poachers got them?
Yes, that's how it happened. They got captured by these poachers, and they got dragged onto their boats with these large pointy things.
Harpooned.
Yes. So they had to go to heaven, and I was all alone. And I was so busy crying about what happened that I didn't notice that another group of humans captured me. But I somehow knew that they weren't going to hurt me as soon as they got me. And then they put me in that tank at SeaWorld with Mama. Oh, wait, I forgot. As soon as I heard the story of what happened to her, I decided to take her in and raise her myself, so neither of us will be lonely anymore. And that's how I became her mama.
Aw, isn't that nice? But then, how did Nod come into the picture?
A couple of months after I took Sophie in as my daughter, the employees put another creature in the tank with us.
Ah, that creature was you, wasn't it, Nod? Woo woo. But then how did you end up at SeaWorld? Ah, I see.
Can someone translate for him, please?
Oh, that's right. I forgot you don't know how to speak his language yet. Well, what he said was practically the same story as Shelly's. About he was swimming in the ocean when a net captured him and put him in the tank with you guys. For some reason. I don't know why they didn't put him in his own tank with other nautiluses, but that's what happened.
Do I have to translate this part? Alright. As soon as I saw him, I became fascinated by him and that wonderful shell he has. It was a beautiful shell. So. I am not translating that part. And that shell and how he looks, it reminds me of my clam friends, the ones that got eaten at restaurant. Suddenly, around him, it felt like I was with my clam friends again.
Ah, now I think we're getting somewhere. It seems to me that I don't think you were ever in love with Nod at all.
Huh?
Oh? That's right. I think seeing Nod and his shell and how he looked a lot like your clam friends, I think you were around him so much and didn't want to part with him, is because he reminded you of them. Because you really missed your clam friends.
Oh, that's why whenever he's around, you want to be with him more than me. Because he looks more like your clam friends than I do. I don't have a shell like he does. So that's why you ignore me when he's around, isn't it?
Oh, Sophie girl, she...
Yes, Mama? Oh, I love you too, Mama. I love that you're my mama. Get in here. I love you. I love both of you.
Must be some kind of girl thing. Oh. So, Shelly girl, do you think this would be a good time to patch things up with Nod?
From what I understand, Heather, I think that they're saying sorry to each other.
They are.
Does this mean that they're not mad at each other anymore?
That's right.
So I guess that means they're gonna go back to being a couple, which I'll be okay with, as long as she doesn't ignore me like she did before.
Well, it's true that she's not going to ignore you, or she'll do the best she can, but I don't think they're gonna be a couple again.
They're not? Staying friends, huh? Well, if that's what you want to do. Well, now that we got that settled, let's get to Halloween movie watching. Ooh!
second. Before we do that, there's one last piece of the puzzle I need to figure out.
What's that?
How did you two end up here? I know how Nod ended up here, but what about you and Shelly?
Oh, that's right. We never explained that part yet. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm ready to translate for you, Mama. This happened 1 month after I met Nod. It was around Christmas time in 2018, and they finally finished cleaning the first tank that they put me in when I first got to SeaWorld. And then I heard that they were planning to put me back in there. But I was afraid that the tank wouldn't be big enough for me and Sophie, and that we would get separated. So the first chance I got, I grabbed Sophie's flipper, and we made a run for it. And while we were running around in SeaWorld, we decided to hide inside one of the stores. And in that certain store, we accidentally bumped to a human with braided hair.
That's how you two must have met Zeke.
That's right, Tank. After we helped him up and apologized for bumping into him, we had a little chat. He was fascinated by a baby leopard seal having a giant clam for a mama. And after we explained our story to him, he invited us to come live with him.
So he can help you two stay together.
You got it!
But how come Nod didn't come with you around that time?
She said that she was so worried about getting separated from me that she completely forgot about Nod at that time. I just wanted to hear her say it in her own words.
Whoa, it's all coming together now. And we already know how Nod got here, which you can check out in his introduction video in 2020. Yeah, I've heard advertising works, I think. Well, thank you, Sophie and Shelly, for sharing your backstories. I learned a lot about you today. In fact, I don't even know why I never thought about asking you your backstories before.
That's okay.
Well, now, let's go ahead and watch a Halloweeny movie today. How about we watch The Corpse Bride? Hey, do you know that movie's celebrating 20 years?
Here's a Corpse Bride. Scary? Don't worry, Heather. I've seen the movie before. It's kind of scary, but it's also fun too. But I can handle the scary parts a bit because I'm a big girl. So, if the movie gets too scary for you while we're watching it, we can ask Papa Tank if we can switch into something else. Papa Tank? Yeah, I really want Tank to be my papa. Someday he will be. Somehow.